everyone, welcome to Humber TV. I'm Valerie Prentice and today we have Clive Gott.
Hello.
Clive, what's your business name? Do you have a business name?
Yeah, Clive Gott.
Simple as that?
Simple as that. Yeah.
Right, okay Clive, we're going to get stuck straight into it. Being unhappy and content in your life.
Yeah, we're going back to that
yeah,
one.
No, go back to that one.
We just had this great conversation. So let me remind you of what you said. You and I have just created a conversation whereby you don't believe that it's possible to be content in your life but unhappy in the moment.
Yeah.
That's what you're finding difficult.
Yeah, I can't believe that at all. Like, if you were content in your life, you would be happy.
Okay, so let me just, before we go any further, I need to just clarify where you are. You think that you cannot be content in your life as a holistic proposition, everything in your life, but in the moment be unhappy. So
no, you're saying if I was uncontent in my life,
yeah,
I would be unhappy. I'm
not saying that.
No.
What you were saying was you can't be content in your life and unhappy.
Yes.
And I think you can be. Because contentment is about being happy with, or being content with everything you have. The conversation started when you were saying how are you, and I said I've got enough. I've got enough love, I've got enough business, I've got enough money, I've got enough sport, I've got enough golf, I've got enough friends. I have enough in my life. There's an awful lot more out there that I could have, but I've chosen to stop running after it because I like what I have right now. But
when you're having enough, does that stop that? Like, but the thing is, you now don't want to run after.
Not at all, because it's almost like an aeroplane taking off. An aeroplane takes off and it has to use an enormous amount of energy. It has to use the same amount of energy to stay there, but a different type of energy. So I spent like 52 years almost chasing things and running after things. And at some point recently, maybe a year ago, I looked around and I went, do you know what? You've got enough. How much more do I want in life to have the lifestyle that I've got right now? But I now have to work hard on maintaining that. Because as one of the things I said was I have enough business. But just because I have enough business doesn't mean people are knocking on my door saying we want you to come and speak for us, we want you to work with our people. I still have to go out there and get business, but I'm not chasing it every single day, and I know what sort of business I want, and I'm able to say no to that, and I'm able to go chasing that.
Okay, so if you reach this position now that you feel you have enough, so is that the momentum that you need to go and chase to get new business, is that less now? Does it come a lot more easily? Are you in like the flow now?
It doesn't come a lot. Yes, that's a great way of putting it. I'm in a flow. It doesn't come easy, but it's not as difficult. I'm not under the pressure. I don't go to sleep at night going, where's my next piece of business coming from? I don't wonder about where September's money's going to come from to pay the electricity bill and stuff like that, because I have enough. But just having enough is not enough. You can't just sit still. The universe does not sit still. Nature doesn't sit still. You look at the trees, you look at the flora and the fauna out there, it's doing one of two things. It's growing or it's dying, and it does so in seasons. So if we choose to sit still, then we've got to go backwards. We have to go backwards. So it's almost like there's a great expression out there saying you have to sometimes run just to stand still. So it's almost like running to stand still. Yes, I have enough, but I still have to work hard to maintain what I have. But it's not under the pressure of having to do new things. I don't feel like I have to go and climb another mountain to impress anybody. I don't have to run across another desert. You know, I can inspire people by doing different things.
But did you do those things to impress other people, or was that something gnawing inside you?
That's a great conversation. We have this conversation often. Why do you do that? Every time I used to go abroad to climb a mountain or run a desert or run a marathon, people would say, why do you do it? And there's lots of reasons why we do things. I did it initially to prove to myself that I could. I did it initially to start losing weight, because years and years ago, back in 1986, I used to weigh about 20 stones.
A big boy.
Yeah, a really big boy. So I had to do it then, or I chose to do it then, to lose weight. But then I got the bite and I got the bug, and I quite like the idea of...
I think it's a little bit extreme though. You know,
of course it's extreme.
Like going, running over some bloody huge desert.
Yeah, but I live my life at an extreme. You know, I'm not an extreme person, but I can't just do something. You know, I can't just go for a swim. I've got to swim the channel. I can't go for a run. If you're going to run a mile, you might as well run 26 of the damn thing. But that's only me. That's just me. But that's what put me where I am right now. I can't just go and speak to a group of people. I have to speak for a living. You know, and I can't just speak to a group of people for a living. I have to speak and I have to make an impact. It's about doing something with purpose. You know, and about doing it with a reason, and the reasons that I do all those sorts of things, I did them initially for myself, but then I did them because everybody wants to be liked. And I used to come back and people go, oh, that's amazing. And I quite like that. Well, you come back and climb a mountain and go, that's amazing. Oh, cool. You can go out and climb another one.
Yeah.
You know? And then it came to the point where I was saying, you know, I've run far enough. I'm too big and too fast.